Maximus Analysis here for September 22nd, 2016, and we're looking at the ES. We had our levels up from the morning, and it didn't reach the first one. So again, we'll see if they're going to retrace and hold or get back into this around this 200-day moving average around the 2160 area. Extended, but again, if we look at the Fibonacci levels, this is the 240 chart. You could see that we're well above 50%, of course. I didn't want to choose that one actually. So we're right at the 78, well actually a little bit above the 78.6 retracement. So let's see if we're going to get a roll and see what happens overnight with regards to the action with this. Again, breaking this down to the daily time frame, and we'll go to the continuous contract to look at that. Oops, come on. There we go. Okay, so again, we see that I want to see where we get. Again, we know our level of resistance that we have is our 2186 level. We flush down 3 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let me just make sure that this is 8 bars. That gives us a Fibonacci ratio, a Fibonacci number. Remember, they're 1, 3, 5, 8, 13 and such. So let's see if we could do a bar count and see where we are from the low, just to verify that. Yeah, so we're 8 bars off the low. So let's see if that Fibonacci count gives us, as well as the Fibonacci retracement that we just showed on the intraday time frame, to give us some perspective, if that's going to give something that's going to have us turn and come near this 2133 level tomorrow. I'm not sure. Again, tomorrow is options expiration, so they could just chop it all tomorrow, but we will see. Again, a lot of calls are out there, so we see if they're just going to burn them up. NQ, again, breaking these highs. I had this as a level of resistance. I will look on the weekly time frame, and yes, so again, they broke above it. Now let's see if they're going to close above it. Huge reversal, obviously, and they're following through right now. So again, I'm going to see where they close and how this one goes for tomorrow. We did have crude. We did have some levels in as well. So let's look at the levels that we had for the intraday guys first. And again, the intraday guys could have probably faded this 46, 47 area, and that would have actually gave about 40 ticks. Going down to a lower time frame, like a 15-minute, you could see it was a choppy one though, but it kept hitting its head and it got there. So again, I put these levels more for guys that are intraday trading, so that they have some levels to lean against if possible. Again, you still have to know how to trade, so it's not to just have a level and blindly put something in, because again, you could have gotten short here and got squeezed to death. So again, it's about coming up, looking at your price points and going from there and using that smaller entry chart to get in. But let's look at the crude on the daily time frame to get back to what the perspective is. Now they're looking really good here. I want to see how they close again for the week. They're right at this level that we've had as previous resistance, support. 1, 2 broke, became resistance, and are given low highs. But again, we'll look and see what we have in regards to this weekly bar, and we can see that we're either going to set up for more highs, because we have a nice candle against this trend line that we drew here. That was great support here, and it ends up being pretty good support right here as well. We'll see how we close and where we're going to go in regards for that next week. So again, I would love for them to get back a little bit lower, but we're going to look and see what the price action does and what that's going to give us for tomorrow. Gold bugs. We're going to look at these intraday levels that I posted out. Again, see if there's anything. There wasn't really anything going on today. Again, you did have that pullback, but it didn't hit against any levels. So again, it is what it is. And again, trust me, if you don't understand that, you don't understand that these are day trading levels. So that's the volatility that we're dealing with. Now we have these levels up. Might as well see what we got going on. Again, we're churning sideways, but make sure that we're looking at the bigger picture, taking these levels off. Again, I'm going to put them in every day, but I don't want them to confuse us right here, right now. And you can see that they're holding this level, and they've had a lot of really choppy price action. If we really go and start breaking this down in regards to a box, or we start going and saying, okay, we have, I don't want to use that one. One second, guys. Yeah, so we have some lower highs but we still holding these lows. So again, with this candlestick, and they've had some conflicting candlesticks now. So you have a shooting star, evening star type of pattern, and a gap up and coming way up here. All of that pretty much coming around yesterday because of the FOMC. Let's see what happens and where this closes. Again, it's choppy to say the least, but they're still holding this line in the sand, which is this low of 1305. And again, I'm looking to see if they're going to grab these stops at 1300. I am bullish gold, but we'll see how it goes in regards to where they close this one. So we had a lot of movement today, not a lot of movement after the market opened. But again, we did have movement to say the least. So let's look at some of these high beta names. You can see that Amazon has broken the 800 level. Looking at the weekly, I had the resistance level of this band of resistance, and they're breaking it, of course. Again, they just went sideways, and now they're continuing to break above. So it is what it is. I said the magnet could potentially be the 800 level, but again, I would prefer to get a better setup in regards to a short. I would actually like a better setup for a damn long too, but it is what it is. So again, continuing to watch that one as well. You have Apple up about $1. So again, just giving some doji action for this week. So they had a huge week last week with the iPhone 7, and now they have this little doji coming. So we'll continue to watch what's going on with there. Tesla's up, not really saying much, but we'll continue to watch that one as well. You have Google up about $10. Again, it's right against the resistance level that we have now, which is 2181. Oh, excuse me, 821. So we'll continue to watch to see how they buck their head up against that and what they're going to do, if they're going to fade this off a little bit into the close and get back to that under that 810 area. So we'll continue to watch here. So again, it was a small little flag, and see if they're going to rip to the upside or if they're going to flag, because I do have this as resistance levels. So we'll continue to watch this. And if you have any comments, questions, feel free below, share, subscribe, and we'll take it from there. Again, we'll continue to watch. It's been a crazy week so far. Again, we know that volatility is back. So let's see where they're going to continue and close out this week, to say the least. Take care.